Greeting, ladies and gentlemen. It's Interesting Ideas coming to you on a Monday evening. We try and make it Monday evening because we know that if you are like me, you don't want to hear anything from me on Monday morning or early Monday afternoon because you are so busy getting ready to make the week hopefully good and profitable and helpful and useful. However, maybe now you can talk about some things that might be just that, helpful and useful. Yes, you got the title right. Here we go. Your pain is not due to a Tylenol deficiency. Your pain is not due to a Tylenol deficiency. And is this true? If pain were water, the world would drown. If pain were water, the world would drown. Certainly some interesting ideas, so if you'll give me about 15 minutes, maybe we can solve some problems, some pain problems right now. Right now. Right here. No fear. Interesting Ideas begins right now. Again, I thank you for being with me. Last night on Sunday evening, I talked to you a little bit about that term I just used. Hey, right here, right now, no fear. That's my little, you might say, 6-word prayer that I'm going to put into effect in much of my life right now. Because I've got lots of things that I could be a little bit fearful and certainly some anxiety about, because there are some big decisions which I have to make that are consequential, and there are things that are out of my control which could affect me and my family deeply, but I can't control them. They will happen as they happen. My only recourse will be to respond effectively and powerfully and without anger and fear. So there we go. Right here, right now. No fear. First of all, a little bit about the Tylenol deficiency. I was, a few years ago, I've been in very good health. I've been very, very fortunate and still am. But all of a sudden, for some reason, I just began to get this shooting pain down my arm. Particularly when I tried to go to sleep at night, it was just a dull aching and sometimes shooting pain. Now, I had done nothing about it. I just hadn't. I mean, I could go back and say, there's nothing. Why is this happening? Well, I didn't know what to do, and I was telling my daughter about it, and she said, well, Dad, why don't you go to that chiropractor that I visited while I was in your home? That Dr. Craig, why don't you go see him? I said, oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I don't know him. I've never been to a chiropractor in my life. I'm not a disbeliever. I just have never done it. Well, she said, he helped me. So why don't you go and see him? And I did. And he listened. Obviously, a talented, experienced man. He was well-dressed, charming gentleman, and had an incredible, very present manner. And he listened to me, and then he said, Stan, I'd like to take some x-rays first, but I think I can help you. And then he had this wonderful expression which sticks with me to this day. We were talking about all of the things that might be, and then he says, Stan, if I can't help you, it's serious. If I can't help you, it's serious. Now, he doesn't have drugs he can use. He doesn't prescribe things. But by helping our natural functions and arrangements and, as they would say, the alignments of our body and bones and stuff like that, oftentimes our pain can be significantly reduced. But he's honest enough not to claim that he can solve everything. Isn't that wonderful to have somebody who claims they can't solve it all? They can't fix it all. And he said, but if I can't help you, it's serious, and you'll have to find somebody who does some serious stuff. But I think I can. But if I can't, that's fine. We'll find somebody who can, because it's serious then. Wasn't that an encouraging note? Because I know that I was being talked to straight and true. What a remarkable quality. And then later on, he pointed out that oftentimes all we're doing with the ways we deal with our pain is we're just reducing the symptom. Now, pain is a symptom of something else. And so we're reducing the symptom. And then, after taking a look at the x-rays and looking at them, he said, Stan, did you ever get your neck hurt badly? And I said, well, not that I can remember. No. And then all of a sudden I said, well, you know, back when I was a sophomore in college trying to make the football team, and I wasn't very good and I wasn't very strong, but I was a tough little guy. There was a handoff, and this all-American football star ran straight through the line, and I didn't tackle him. I speared him. I stuck my helmet right in his gut as hard and fast as I could, and then grabbed his legs and spun him over. I saw stars, and they took me out of the game for a while, but that was there. And he said, Stan, that was probably it. It appears that there's something in your spinal, in your neck, that some growth is taking place, and it probably is from that football injury of over 45, 50 years ago that now is aggravating a nerve that is causing the pain in your arm. Let's see if we can adjust that in a way without doing surgery. And guess what? In a few days, I felt fine. I've recurred it from time to time, but he goes back and says, okay. And then he'll give me some procedures and try and suggest some Tylenol or something that might help. But let's just keep working it. Let nature do its work. All healing is natural and internal. All I can do is manipulate some of the outside things. But good healing, true healing, takes a long time. It always does. And it's always internal. And it's something that we can help and heighten, but eventually it's a force and a spirit and a nature bigger and better than mine that does the healing. Obviously, Dr. Craig was truly a man of the spirit, and so combined with his 40 to 50 years of experience and what he had learned, he truly was a man who could reduce my pain. And I'm very grateful for that because for the most part, even at this advanced stage in my life, I'm relatively pain-free for the most part. How neat is that? And that great line, which, by the way, I then shared it with a new young doctor as I was seeking a new doctor as I'm now in North Carolina. And someone recommended this, obviously a wonderful young woman. Could be my daughter for sure, maybe even younger, in that sense. And I told her what my chiropractor had said, your pain is not due to a Tylenol deficiency. And she smiled and said, I'm going to remember that. I'm going to remember that. There we go. Maybe that'll be helpful to you. Because you know what? Now I go to somebody else who is wise. I remember the radio commentator who has a national program. Some of you may have heard of him. His name is Dennis Prager. And the line caught me because somebody was talking about something that had happened to them in terms of their family difficulties. And Dennis is not just a political talk show person. He wants to talk about life and just about everything that might be there. And he has an expression that he used for the first time, at least for me, when someone was talking about the levels of pain. And he simply said, yes, if pain were water, the world would drown. If pain were water, the world would drown. Now, what in the world could that mean? Well, let's take a little break as you think about that, and then I'll just make a few comments and maybe give you a suggestion or two. Thank you. I'm Stan Houston. The program is Interesting Ideas, and we will be right back. I shared that if pain were water, the world would drown. And a very wise woman would say, well, maybe we just have to learn how to become better swimmers. Maybe we just have to learn how to become better swimmers. Now there's another good one. In a world full of pain, maybe we have to become better swimmers. Well, here's the deal. Pain is a significant part of our lives. And there are not only physical, there is a psychological, spiritual, emotional pain. We are all at pain. Right now, every last one of us is dealing with some past or anticipated future or some present difficulty that could be called a pain. A pain in the you-know-where, and it's a pain that's everywhere. It's just a part of life. And in many cases, we're not going to have to be able to fix it. We can't get enough Tylenol. We can't get enough painkiller. The surgery on our back, there's a fairly even chance that it's not going to work. And one of my friends just simply says that every day, he's a good man, he says, every day I live in pain. Every day. Most of the day. I'm in some sort of pain. Sometimes it's almost I just have to do nothing. And sometimes I have to do little. And occasionally I get to operate somewhat with fuller steam. But it's always there. And it always will be. And I say, then what do you do? He says, I just pray. I just pray. Give me some relief right now. Relief right now. Help me sleep right now. Help me sleep right now. Distract me with some joy or good event so that, the old idea is you can't have joy and pain in the same expression at the same time. So try and give me a little more joy so I'm less aware of the pain. So I have no particular answers. I do know that it is true that a lot of us just endure it and try and Tylenol it and Advil it and aspirin it. And there is a very good chance that with proper good care, the pain can be less. And having lots of fear in your life. What if we could fear less? A lot of our pain is brought about by our fears. Fear causes great pain. It affects our body, spirit, and emotions. And if because we have great faith, we have less fear, I think you will discover there's a secret there. If we have great faith, there's less fear, and there may be less pain. Maybe there's a secret there. I don't have the answer. Please keep in mind, most people who claim to have the answers don't have the full answer. And some of them don't have the answer at all. And some of them are just not telling you the truth. That's the world we live in. It's a difficult and challenging world. but we will live well. All will be well. We are more than conquerors. We can overcome. There we go. You've got the week ahead of you. I hope this might be helpful to you in some of the pains and the problems and the punches that are going to come your way this week, that perhaps you are a little bit better equipped to defend yourself, to respond well, maybe to protect yourself, and maybe to find that Dr. Craig in your life today. I'm Stan Houston. Interesting ideas. There we go, 15 minutes. Try and keep it under 20, but here we go. Hey, I'm a business performance coach, and a lot of your business pains and problems I can help you with. I really have. I have helped many, many people overcome their business problem pain and actually made their business and their life quite profitable and oftentimes more enjoyable. I can do that. I can't solve everything. Of course, if I could, you couldn't afford me. Because I can't do that, and you know I can't do it. But I can help you, and I'd be glad to reach out, and if there's a way, and I'll recommend that if you call me at 520-664-7002, USA, 520-664-7002. Since I don't know you, I won't answer the phone, but you can leave a message, and there's a good chance that I could help you. Or you could reach out to me at stanhouston@gmail.com, stanhouston@gmail.com. And the first question I will ask you is, tell me who you are and how can I help you? Tell me who you are. How can I help you? And then I will say, tell me more of your story. Tell me more of your story. And then we'll figure out what pain reduction strategy we can try to put together. Best and blessings. Till tomorrow. Bye for now.